Good morning. I am Dr. Mrs. Suvarna Prashant Patil. I am working as Assistant Professor in Department of Statistics, SGM College, Karan. In previous lecture, we start with properties of estimators. In that, we have completed or we have seen properties of estimators. First property we have seen unbiasedness, then efficiency, and then we start with the property of estimator consistency. In previous lecture we have defined or we have seen definition of a consistency. Definition of consistency and some examples we have completed. In last lecture we start with our example of normal distribution. Okay, that example we continue now. That example is that let x1, x2, xn be random sample from normal with a parameter mu sigma square, and we have to show that sample mean square means s square is equal to 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar bracket square I is running from 1 to n is consistent estimator for unknown population parameter or unknown population parameter variance sigma square. This is our unknown population parameter, population variance in this case. In last lecture we have completed that sample variance. We have seen that sample variance means small s square is consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. That sample variance is not unbiased estimator, but it is consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. Now we start with remaining part of that example, that is second example, second part. Sample mean square, we have to check whether it is consistent estimator or not for population variance sigma square. Okay, procedure remains same, but only change is that here we use sample mean square instead of sample variance. Okay, since xi follows normal distribution with a parameter mu sigma square, and all of you know that mean of normal distribution is mean and expectation of x bar is also mean. Means sample mean is unbiased estimator for population mean. This part we have completed. And also we know that variance of normal distribution is sigma square. Variance of x bar is equal to sigma square divided by n. Now we have to check whether our estimator sample mean square is consistent or not. For that purpose we have two sufficient conditions. First condition is that expectation of s square is equal to sigma square, and all of you know that it is a large sample property, so condition is that expected value of this s square is equal to sigma square as n tends to infinity, and variance of s square is equal to 0 as n tends to infinity for large sample size. If this sample mean square satisfies these two conditions, then we say that s square means sample mean square is consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. Okay, since now we start this example, our xi follows normal, I am write down here, xi follows normal with a parameter mu sigma square. Okay, then xi minus mu divided by sigma follows normal with 0 1 parameter 0 1. It is a standard normal distribution, and all of you know that sum of square of standard normal distribution follows chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom. Okay, means this is our standard normal distribution. Here we make summation, here we make square. Sum of square of standard normal distribution follows chi-square with n degrees of freedom. Here population mean mu unknown, so we replace this mu by unbiased estimator x bar. Okay, summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by sigma follows chi-square with, now here degrees of freedom remains less than 1, means chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. This definition we can write in this way: summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by sigma square, which follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Now we replace this term by using our formula of s square. Means sample mean square s square is equal to All of you know this formula, you all learned in BSc second year, 1 upon n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar bracket square. Okay, means n minus 1 here we multiplied by n minus 1, s square is equal to summation xi minus x bar bracket square. Means here we replace this term by n minus 1 s square. In last lecture we replaced this term by n into small s square because there is a sample variance. Now we start with sample mean square. So we replace this term by n minus 1 s square divided by sigma square follows. Now we have one statistic. This is also our new estimator. That statistic follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. And all of you know that mean of a chi-square distribution is n minus 1. Our main target is that we have to find out this value, expectation of s square. So for that purpose we solve this. We have to find out expectation of this term. Okay, and this quantity follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Then expectation of this term of course is equal to n minus 1. So here we find out expectation of our statistic, means expectation of n minus 1 s square divided by sigma square, which is equal to n minus 1, since it follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Here n minus 1 constant, sigma square constant, so these terms are outside the bracket by using definition of expectation. So expectation of s square is equal to n minus 1. Okay, now which implies expectation of s square is equal to sigma square here divided by, here we multiplied by sigma square, n minus 1 as it is, here this term multiplication is here, so we divide this term by n minus 1. Here n minus 1 get cancel, and we have find out that expectation of capital S square means sample mean square is equal to sigma square. Okay, so our first condition is here satisfied, that expectation of S square is equal to sigma square, which implies that S square is unbiased estimator of sigma square. This already we have proved in unbiased estimation, that S square is unbiased estimator of a sigma square. Now we have to check consistency. For checking consistency, main condition is that n tends to infinity. Okay, for large sample size, so we take limits of both sides. Limit n tends to infinity, expectation of a S square is equal to limit n tends to infinity sigma square. Sigma square is a constant, so limit of constant is constant. Means we have find out that expected value of s square is equal to sigma square as n tends to infinity, and this is our first condition of consistency. This term we have write down in this way, that s square convergent in probability to sigma square. Okay, instead of writing all this term, we write down in only in this way, s square convergent in probability to sigma square, meaning is that sample mean square is equal to summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by n minus 1 is consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. Means in this example we have seen that our sample mean square already unbiased estimator, and also it is a consistent estimator for sigma square. Okay, means sample mean square is unbiased and consistent, but sample variance is not unbiased but consistent. These two examples we have completed. Now next condition is that we have to find out variance of S square. Okay, first condition here we find out that expected value of S square is equal to sigma square. Now we have find out variance of S square, whether it is 0 or not. Since we have write down our statistic here again, in minus 1 S square upon sigma square follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Now we have to find out variance of this term, n minus 1 S square upon sigma square. And all of you know that variance of a chi-square distribution is 2 times its degrees of freedom. So I write down here 2 into n minus 1. Okay. Now we solve this term. N minus 1 divided by sigma square are constant, and by definition of variance this term becomes square of that constant. So here n minus 1 bracket square divided by sigma raised to 4. Okay, by definition of variance. So variance of s square is equal to 2 into n minus 1. Now we solve this term and then take limit. Hence variance of s square is equal to 2 into n minus 1 as it is. Here n minus 1 bracket square multiplied by, so here this term is divided to this term n minus 1 bracket square, here divided by, it becomes multiplied by here. Okay. So this becomes n minus 1 get cancelled, 2 divided by n minus 1 sigma raised to 4. So variance of s square is equal to this thing. Now we have satisfied this condition, means we have taken limits of both sides. Limit n tends to infinity, variance of s square is equal to, here 2 constant, sigma raised to 4 constant, limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n minus 1. Okay. We have seen in variance of small s square, same terms are appear here. 2 divided by sigma raised to 4, limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n minus 1. Here n is infinity, 1 divided by infinity is 0, 0 multiplied by this constant is 0. So limit n tends to infinity, variance of s square is equal to 0, means limit n tends to infinity, variance of s square is equal to 0. And our second condition, necessary and sufficient condition of consistency, that is second condition here we satisfied, that is expected value of s square is equal to sigma square as n tends to infinity, and variance of s square is equal to 0 as n tends to infinity. These both conditions are satisfied here for sample mean square. Okay. Hence we say that sample mean square is a consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. Means sample mean square convergent in probability to sigma square. This is unknown population variance. Sample mean square is already unbiased. Now we have proved that here it is a consistent estimator for population variance sigma square. Okay. So this is about normal distribution. In some main revision here, from previous lectures we have seen that if xi follows normal mu sigma square, then sample variance, you remember that summation xi minus x bar bracket square divided by n is not unbiased. This is not unbiased but consistent estimator. And sample mean square formula only change is that we divide this term by n minus 1. This estimator is unbiased and also consistent estimator. Means this is not unbiased but consistent, but it is both satisfies condition, both properties satisfies, that is unbiasedness and consistency. Only this happens if xi follows normal with a parameter mu sigma square. And all of you know that this unknown population parameter mu x bar means sample mean is a consistent estimator for population mean mu, and sample variance, sample mean square are consistent estimators for population variance sigma square. Okay. So this is about normal distribution. Now we start with our next example. Okay. Example number, second example we start here. Also you write down this example. If x1, x2, xa be random sample having any distribution with a population mean and population variance sigma square, then you have to check consistency of these estimators. Okay, suppose these are estimators. x1 minus x2 bracket square divided by 2. Another one we have to here nx bar divided by n plus 1. Okay, one more example, 2 summation I xi divided by n into bracket n plus 1. Okay, you have to check consistency of these estimators, means whether these estimators are consistent or not. There we have find out several estimators. Example is that if x1, x2, xn be random sample from any population having population mean mu and population variance sigma square, then we have to check whether these statistics are consistent or not. This is our first statistic x1. This is second statistic x1 plus x2 divided by 2. You may take this third statistic, it may be x1 plus x2 minus x3 divided by 2 or x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 2. This is our third statistic, fourth and fifth. Okay. Now in this first example, statistic contains only one random variable x1, and our definition of consistency is that this property follows only for large sample size n. But here we take only one random sample. So of course this is not a consistent estimator for mu or for sigma square. Okay. Similarly they are happening here x1 plus x2 divided by 2. It contains only two random sample. And our property is that we have to consider here for large sample size n. So this is not a consistent estimator. In third example, same case happen. Here they have used only two estimators. So 1, 2, 3. These three estimators are not consistent estimators. Now we solve for this nx bar divided by n plus 1. Here you may take n large. So this example we satisfy for consistency or check for consistency, and this is fifth example. Okay. These two examples we are solving our next lecture. Thank you.